Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend have broken up, and he was spotted on a hike with his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, Lord.
And everyone thought they were like endgame, basically.
Totally.
Right?
Louis?
Yeah.
Louis.
I never know if it's Louis or Louis.
You guys, the internet is blowing up over Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge's breakup, and wow, it's getting wild. Everyone's talking about it nonstop, and the rumors just keep stacking up. Fans aren't just curious about what went wrong between them, they're also convinced her next album might spill major tea about the split. There's even talk that the drama behind the scenes could mess with the album's release, and people are losing it online. So here's the deal. Olivia and Louis had been together for around 2 years, and it all started back in late 2023 when they were first spotted together in London, hitting up a few cute date spots. People went crazy seeing them out and about. It looked serious fast. Louis Partridge, of course, is that British actor who stole hearts in Enola Holmes and has been blowing up ever since. Fans really thought these two were solid, but now it looks like things took a turn. Back in December 2023, Louis was spotted hanging out with Olivia Rodrigo's close friends while cheering her on at the Jingle Ball in New York, and that's when fans knew something was up. People were sure they were officially together after that, and the internet went crazy with clips of him in the crowd. Even though the two kept things mostly private, they didn't completely hide either. They popped up at a few public events that had everyone talking. Then came 2024, and boom, their big red carpet debut at the Venice Film Festival. It was for the premiere of Louis' upcoming movie, and they looked absolutely locked in together, all smiles and matching vibes. At the same time, Olivia was deep into her Guts tour, and fans kept spotting Louis in the audience, vibing and cheering her on like the ultimate supportive boyfriend. When Olivia dropped her deluxe album, she included So American, her very first love song, and it didn't take long for everyone to connect the dots. She even sang, "He laughs at all my jokes and he says I'm so American," and fans lost it. Everyone knew that line was totally about Louis. "Oh God, it's just not fair of him to make me feel this much. I'd go anywhere he goes, and he says I'm so American. Oh God, I'm going to marry him. If he keeps this ish up, I might just be in love." Fans absolutely adored these two. They marked their 2-year anniversary this past October, and Olivia even posted the sweetest little tribute on social media. She shared a cute "you plus me equals heart" message along with candle holders that looked just like the two of them. It was total relationship goals, and everyone thought they were stronger than ever. But then, out of nowhere, things got weird in November. A random blind item popped up claiming Olivia and Louis had actually broken up, and that totally threw fans off.
Olivia Rodrigo is reportedly pushing back her third album after the alleged Louis Partridge breakup, even though it was almost done and had a title. I'm gonna show you a report that even says she wants to scrap the whole thing. And allegedly, she's in a very tumultuous state right now, seen in tears at Lily Allen's Christmas party. So here's everything you need to know about Olivia.
The rumor first appeared on the Daily Dirty, which isn't exactly the most reliable place for gossip, but people couldn't help talking about it. Still, that post got major backlash because fans were like, there's no way, they just celebrated their anniversary. Nobody wanted to believe it, but the whispers didn't stop. People were debating online, saying Olivia Rodrigo and her boyfriend have broken up, even though no one was sure if it was true or just clickbait. Then, this week, The Sun dropped what they called an exclusive, claiming Olivia and Louis had officially split, and that's when everyone really started freaking out. According to The Sun, Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge had been dating since 2023, but supposedly called it quits just a few weeks ago. Even though they looked totally fine in recent photos, sources claimed Olivia broke down in tears at Lily Allen's star-studded Sexy Santa party at the London strip club Stringfellows, and that's when people knew something was really wrong. A source even said they made such a lovely couple, and added that everyone close to them was shocked when they found out the two had split. It apparently hadn't been an easy few weeks, and both decided it was best to take a step back for now. Reports said Olivia got emotional while opening up about it at the party, and her friends quickly surrounded her with support. Still, insiders shared that things have been tough. "It's really sad right now," one said, describing how hard it's been for her lately. Fans were even more stunned because just a few months earlier, in September, Louis had spoken to Variety about Olivia and insisted that everything between them was great. For someone whose career is skyrocketing, hearing that things had fallen apart so suddenly left everyone totally blindsided. Louis Partridge had been riding high in his career too. He's back as Millie Bobby Brown's love interest to Mooksbury in Enola Holmes 3, which wrapped filming earlier this year. Still, he's totally aware that for a lot of people, he's mostly recognized as Olivia Rodrigo's boyfriend, and he never seemed to mind. In one interview, he laughed and said, "I can handle that." And when asked how it felt to be called Mr. Olivia Rodrigo, he smiled and replied, "I've had the title for a while now. I'm very happy, and I think she is too." He even ended with, "So all is good in our world," which made the breakup rumors hit even harder.
So as you know, Olivia hasn't released an album in over 2 years, and this would be the point where a record label would normally push a pop girl like Olivia to put out her next album. And she's been heavily teasing her third era. Fans were having this rumor that it was going to be called Love because she loves to do the 4-letter word album titles. People think she could have been working on this album since October 2023, which was right after she released Guts and right when she started to date Louis, which would obviously be the whole inspiration for the album. I mean, like, she really could have had a whole body of work full of love songs ready to go. I mean, the only love song she's ever written in her whole career, called So American, was about Louis.
That's why this news dropped like a bomb for fans. Blind items started flying around, claiming even Olivia didn't see it coming. One viral post from Dumois asked, "Was Olivia Rodrigo blindsided by her breakup with Louis Partridge?" And that stirred up a storm of speculation online. People began wondering if Louis was the one who ended it, or if something else went down behind the scenes. Since the split went public, the internet's been flooded with comments like, "No way, they were perfect together." Fans just can't believe it's really over. People online are heartbroken. Everywhere you look, fans are posting stuff like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sad, but this next album is gonna hit." And honestly, that's kinda harsh. We can't be wishing for someone to go through heartbreak just to make great music. That mindset needs to stop. Plus, let's be real, the album's probably already finished. Olivia's had plenty of time since her Guts tour ended, and she's been keeping a pretty low profile, dropping hints here and there. She's shared pics from the studio, posted little teasers, and everyone's convinced that OR3, her third album, is already in the bag. Word is her team's been carefully building hype for a 2026 release, and fans are already counting down the days. It's clear she's been in full creative mode for a while now. And here's what's interesting: the timing. Most of these songs were likely written when she was still with Louis, during that super loved up phase in her life. So the project might not be filled with heartbreak anthems this time, but more love songs, maybe even some sweet throwbacks to their time together. Think So American vibes, romantic, warm, and totally in her feels. It's like a time capsule of their relationship, and fans can't wait to hear it. Here's where things get tricky. Word on the street is Olivia's new album might already be done, but now she's not feeling ready to drop it anymore. Insiders say that even though everything's set and ready to go, she's hesitant to release it because of everything happening in her personal life. So when people keep saying, "Oh my gosh, the next album is going to be amazing," they might have to wait a while, like maybe even until 2030. It's really not looking like it's coming anytime soon. Apparently, her label's still pushing for a release, but Olivia's just not in that space right now. And honestly, who can blame her? It would take serious strength to put on the bravest face ever and go out there acting like everything's fine. Promoting a whole album when your heart's freshly broken? That's rough. If she does decide to move forward, she'll have to sit through interviews where every host will ask deep questions, like what inspired this lyric, or how were you feeling when you wrote this song, and of course, who is it about? That's gotta be overwhelming. Having to relive all those emotions publicly while the world's speculating about your love life, it's a lot for anyone to handle. If they're really not together, trying to push this album would feel brutal, like twisting a fresh bruise in public for real. I can totally see why she'd want to slam the brakes, head back to the drawing board, and rebuild from scratch instead of forcing a rollout that doesn't match her headspace right now. Since she hasn't fully promoted it, no title revealed, no track list hints, no singles, it kind of makes sense to call a reset and protect her peace before anything drops. Low-key, I bet she's thinking, you know what, you guys? We can just redo this whole thing. And honestly, that's a smart play if the vibes changed after everything went down. It's one thing to release an album when the promo cycle is already wrapped and you're just hitting the road, but it's a whole different grind to sit in interviews and perform brand new love songs while you're healing from a breakup. That's heavy. Touring, answering lyrical deep dives, and reliving feelings on stage would be tough to carry right now. So a creative reset sounds way more real than pretending everything's fine just for a release date. At this point, since Olivia hasn't even started promoting the album, no title, no singles, no teasers, it's easy to see why she might feel like, you know what, we can just forget about this for now. When you're still at the very beginning, it's not too late to hit pause and rebuild from scratch. It sounds like she's seriously considering going back to the drawing board instead of pushing out something that doesn't reflect where she is anymore.
There's even reports that Olivia was scheduled to film the lead single music video for this album in London in the upcoming month because that was the city that they fell in love in and she was paying tribute to their love. But then The Sun reported that after 2 years of them dating, they have broken up and that their breakup shocked all of their friends because they did not see it coming and they seemed so happy. I mean, Louis was very recently talking to Variety in September about how great they're doing and about how he isn't threatened by her success and loves being known as Mr. Olivia Rodrigo. It just seemed like things were going perfect.
Even the latest blind items seem to back this up. One post from Dumois, titled The Unlucky One, hinted that the album is already finished, but that Olivia doesn't want to release it right now. The insider behind it claimed, "While I don't have any info on why this A-list singer and her British boyfriend ended things, I've heard from a solid source that she was completely blindsided." They also added that she's having a rough time personally and professionally because of everything that's gone down. It's giving heartbreak meets hesitation, and fans can totally feel it. So why is this whole situation hitting her career too? Well, get this. Her third studio album was already lined up with a lead single ready to go, and it even had a set release date, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. How symbolic is that? The track was described as being all about how she'd stopped believing in bad luck and superstitions because she'd finally found her Prince Charming. And if you read between the lines there, you can pretty much guess the intended title of the album. It's all connected. Everything had been perfectly planned. A music video shoot was already scheduled for mid-January in London, and from what insiders said, it was meant to be a full-on love letter to the city. The concept was apparently inspired by those early 2010s British music videos she grew up obsessed with. Think nostalgic vibes, dreamy city streets, and that cinematic kind of romance. Now that the breakups happened, though, all of that planning feels totally up in the air. Fans can't help but wonder what's going to happen to the single, the video, and even the album itself. Everything's on hold. Here's the real problem. Olivia's reportedly putting her foot down and flat out refusing to move forward with any of the album plans now that Louis is out of the picture. She doesn't even want to think about filming the music video or promoting those songs anymore. Insiders say she's ready to scrap everything and rebuild the project from the ground up. The label's apparently not thrilled about it, but since she's one of their biggest names, they're trying to find a compromise that works for everyone. Rumor has it they're hoping she might keep a few of the tracks that aren't directly tied to him, maybe some of the more experimental or emotional ones, and just cut out the ones that feel too love-heavy. That way she could still drop part of the album without having to relive all those memories. And fans have been going wild over one specific theory, that the album's title was going to be Luck. It fits perfectly with her pattern of short, punchy one-word titles like Sour and Guts. Plus, with that blind item being called The Unlucky One, people are convinced that's a hint. It's all lining up too perfectly, and now everyone's dying to know what the final decision will be. The blind item really seemed to tease the album name, and honestly, it's starting to feel like that theory might actually be true. Of course, there's still a chance all of this could be totally off. Maybe we'll still get OR3 next year. Maybe that Valentine's Day single will still drop. Or maybe none of it was ever officially set in stone. But this is everything that's been circulating ever since The Sun broke the story about Olivia and Lewis's split, and fans are clinging to every clue.
It was reported by The Sun that it hasn't been the easiest time since the breakup for Olivia. Even reported that she was seen in tears at Lily Allen's Christmas party she did attend without Louis. Dumois actually reported about their breakup a day or two before it was announced, and they just reported about Olivia pushing back her album as well, so maybe this blind item is correct, but it says, I have it on good authority she was completely blindsided, and right now she's having a hard time personally but also professionally as a result. Why professionally, you might ask? Turns out the lead single of her third studio album was ready to go and be released on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. I can't reveal the actual title, but the song explored the theme of our singer not believing in superstitions and bad luck anymore since she found her prince charming. And if you read my last sentence again, you'll also find out the intended title for the album. I'm assuming that would be the word luck, maybe not love. It continues and says, she's absolutely refusing to even entertain the idea of going through with these plans right now that he's out of the picture. Then it even says that Olivia wants to scrap everything and start over. The record label is very unhappy about that, but since she's one of their biggest stars, they're going to try to find a middle ground.
Still, for everyone saying this next album's gonna hit so hard, there's a good chance it might actually come with some serious delayed energy. It's sad, really, because if she wrote this project during a time full of love, she was probably picturing it as something special she'd share with Lewis, something full of warmth and connection. But now, after the breakup, all of that's changed. Imagine having to promote an album full of romantic memories when your heart's still healing. That's rough. Who'd want to sit in interviews talking about those lyrics or perform those songs live when they remind you of what you just lost? It's understandable that she'd want to hold off until she's ready, even if it means fans have to wait a little longer. It's honestly hard to picture what she's going through right now, but let's not forget, Olivia's no stranger to public heartbreak. We all remember the chaos that came after Driver's License dropped back in 2021. That song practically broke the internet overnight, and everyone instantly started speculating that it was about Joshua Bassett. The drama exploded from there. It turned into a full-on love triangle saga that took over TikTok, Twitter, and every gossip site imaginable. It was wild, and honestly, this new situation is giving a little déjà vu. So yeah, Olivia's definitely no stranger to messy, public breakups. She's been through this kind of storm before, so she'll bounce back eventually. But let's be real, this one hurts. This relationship with Lewis wasn't just another fling. It was one of her longest and honestly probably her first real serious love story in the spotlight. It's gotta sting having written a whole album full of songs inspired by that love, being right on the edge of releasing it, and then suddenly having to face all this heartbreak right before it drops. That's heavy stuff. But for now, this is everything that's being said about Olivia Rodrigo and Louis Partridge's breakup, and the drama behind what's next for her album. What do you all think about this whole situation? Do you believe she'll still release the album soon, or will she scrap it completely? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're keeping up with the story, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. We've got plenty more tea coming your way.